Hi y'all, welcome to this channel where we discuss everything related to the COVID-19 pandemic as caused by the SARS-CoV-2 virus. As of today, November 25th, 2020, global confirmed cases are almost at 60 million. Global deaths are at over 1,413,000, and in the United States, confirmed cases are now over 12,619,000. And just today, the United States has surpassed 260,000 deaths, right now showing 322 deaths. It is November 25th, although I think this part of the website has not yet been updated today. So I'll give an update once those are made in the next video. And I'll put links to all websites and sources in the description below. In today's video, we'll take a look at the cases across North America, so looking at the United States, Canada, and Mexico, and also comparing that to the European Union. So to put things in context, in the United States, according to latest population data, the United States has about 330 million people. And looking to our neighbors in the south, Mexico has about 126 million people. So about 40% of those in the United States. Looking at our neighbor in Canada, Canada has about 37 million people, so a little over than 1/10 the population of the United States. So in total, North America, including the United States, Canada, and Mexico, comprise of about 490 million people. Compare that to the European Union. With the 27 countries of the European Union, minus the UK, the total population is at 448 million people. If you include the roughly 67 million people in the United Kingdom, Europe has about 510 million people. So roughly comparing Europe with North America, you are both at around the 500,000 people mark. So if we look at the comparisons of cases between the regions discussed, so that's the United States, the European Union, Mexico, and Canada, you see definitely between the United States and the European Union, they are in similar shape, whereas the European Union saw a spike in early November of 220,000 new cases per day and has now come down to about 160,000 new cases per day, whereas the United States more recently saw a spike a little bit later towards the end of November, and hopefully we are starting to plateau here close to 170, maybe 180,000 new cases per day. Both Mexico and Canada are quite low based on this graph, but this graph does not tell all because this is based on total new cases and does not account for patient population. So a better graph to look at is this one, which shows new confirmed COVID-19 cases per day, and now it's normalized by population. So these are new cases daily per 100,000 people. And now the contrast is quite stark. The United States, in terms of new cases per day, has now reached over 50 new cases per 100,000 people, whereas the European Union, a much larger population compared to the United States, is coming down to about 35 per 100,000 people. We do see our neighbors in Canada increasing new cases to about closing in on 15 new cases per 100,000 people. Mexico has remained relatively steady over the last 6 months or so at about 5 new cases per 100,000 people. Now you can argue new cases is one measure, but it also takes into effect that there are different testing capabilities across these regions. So a truer measure of the impact of COVID is to look at new deaths per day. And here we do see a stark contrast between the 4 regions. Whereas the European Union, per normalized by population, is currently seeing the highest cases of new deaths per day at over 0.7 new deaths per 100,000 people. So that's basically over 7 in every million people. The United States is also seeing a growth in deaths recently, right now, between 4 to 5 deaths per million people. Mexico is not far behind at between 3 and 4 deaths per million people. In Canada, with deaths rising recently, is hovering close to 2 per million people. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. And remember, wash your hands, social distance, and wear a mask. We're all in this together.